Producer Price Review Committee, chaired by Finance Minister Dr. Kaseola Toforson, has announced a new cocoa producer price for the remainder of the 2025-2026 crop year, following a sharp decline in international cocoa prices. The new producer price is set at 41,392 Ghana cedis per tonne, equivalent to 2,587 Ghana cedis per bag. There's more in the following report by Daniel Sakiti.
The decision follows an emergency cabinet session held on Wednesday to address mounting challenges in Ghana's cocoa sector. Addressing a press briefing to outline cabinet's decisions, Finance Minister Dr. Atoforson confirmed the revised producer price, describing it as necessary adjustment in response to developments on the global market.
In order to cushion the farmer, the PPLC has recommended that the farmer be paid 90% of the achieved gross FOB of $4,200 per tonne to mitigate the adverse impact on the farmer as a result of the fall in the world market price. As a result of that, the PPLC thereby announces that effective today, Thursday, 12 February 2026, the new producer price for the remainder of the 2025-2026 crop season will now be 41,392 Ghana cedis per tonne and 2,587 Ghana cedis per bag. This measure has become necessary to reflect the reality of the world market price of cocoa, ensure the injection of immediate liquidity for expedited payment of farmers, and guarantee the sustainability of our cocoa sector.
On delayed payments to cocoa farmers, Dr. Atoforson disclosed that Cocoa Board has been directed to immediately begin settling outstanding payments owed to affected farmers.
To bring relief to unpaid cocoa farmers, Cabinet has accordingly directed the Ghana Cocoa Board to commence immediate payment of all affected cocoa farmers.
The Finance Minister also announced that the Attorney General has been tasked to conduct a forensic audit into the activities of Cocoa Board under the previous administration.
Cabinet also directed the Attorney General to commission concurrent forensic audit and criminal investigation into the activities of Cocoa Board over the last 8 years. Cabinet has directed the Ministry of Finance to initiate also immediate reforms at Cocoa Board to streamline their operations and cut costs. Wasteful and uncontrolled expenditure practices are to be curtailed immediately.
Dr. Atoforson also indicated that government will shift its cocoa financing strategy, with purchases to be supported largely through domestic bond issuance.
The new financing model will utilize domestic cocoa bonds to purchase cocoa and repay the cocoa proceeds within each crop year. The bonds will be used to raise a revolving fund for Cocoa Board to turn around at least once during the season. The model will also revive the indigenous license buying companies that have been completely thrown out of business as a result of the current financing model. State-owned produce buying company, PBC, will be revived to resume full operations and become the leading license buying company in the cocoa sector.
Dr. Atoforson disclosed that Cabinet has directed that at least 50% of Ghana's cocoa output be processed locally starting from the 2026-2027 crop season.
Cabinet has also directed that beginning from 2026 to 2027 crop season, a minimum of 50% of all cocoa beans should be processed locally. And this will be part of the Cocoa Board bill going to Parliament. Pursuant to this, the state-owned cocoa processing company, CPC, will be revived as a matter of priority to become the leading processor of Ghana's cocoa beans. I've also, this morning, together with my colleague, the Minister responsible for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, met with domestic cocoa processors cutting across the private sector, who have indicated that they have the capacity and the willingness to process more than 50% of Ghana's cocoa beans going forward. An agreement has been reached on the immediate implementation of this policy.